Hi guys, this is Varun here. In this video, we'll see about Lightning Flow support. So Lightning Flow support enables a Lightning Web Component to control the flow navigation. So you can see here, Lightning Flow support module provides events that enable a component to control the flow navigation and notify the flow of changes in attribute values. So we have some events here like flow attribute change event that means informs the runtime that a component property has changed. And similarly, we have other events as well, like flow navigation back event, flow navigation next event. Like flow navigation next event is like request navigation to the next screen. So I'm gonna show you one demo here. So how to control the flow navigation from our Lightning Web Component. So for that, first thing is I'm gonna create a new Lightning Web Component. To create a new Lightning Web Component, I'll just go back to my VS Code. I just created my project and authorized to my org here. Now I'll just simply create a new Lightning Web component. I'll just name this as flow navigation, or else I can just say this as flow support and select the directory. So once you create your Lightning component, you will see three files: HTML, JS, and XML. The first thing is we need to expose our Lightning Web component. So I'll just make this as true. And the other thing is I want to embed my Lightning Web component into my screen flow. For that, what I need to do here is I need to add a target of Lightning Flow screen. I'll just copy this and paste it in my XML file so that I can easily embed my Lightning Web component into my screen flow. So this is all look my XML files is looking good, and in my HTML file as of now I'll just add a simple message saying I'm in my Lightning Web component. I'm in my LWC. That's it. Now I'll just deploy this Lightning Web component to my Salesforce org. The deployment is successful. Now I'll just go back to my Salesforce org. Here I'm going to create a new screen flow. To create a new screen flow, click on this settings icon and go to setup and search for flows in Findbox. Here you can see a button called as new flow. You can click on this button called as new flow and select screen flow here. Click on next, select auto layout. So this is my flow. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a screen element. Just name this as screen 1. And inside this screen element, I'm gonna display some text like a welcome message. I'll just display a welcome message or a welcome text, which will be aligned at the center. This is looking good. Now I'm gonna add another screen to display my Lightning Web component. Screen 2, and this is my Lightning Web component called as flow support. Just drag this and I'll just provide a name here like flow support. Click on done. Now I have two screens. In my first screen, I'm just displaying the welcome message, and in the screen 2, I'm displaying my Lightning Web component, and in the screen 3, I'll just display a dummy text like thank you message. So for this, it's going to be screen 3, and here also I'm going to display text like a thank you message, and here I'm going to say thank you, and just align this text at center. Now just click on save. I'll just name this as flow support demo and click on save. Now just activate your flow. Once you activate, click on debug. Now you can see I just want to run the latest version. Click on run. So this is the first screen. This is the first screen where we are showing welcome message. And if I click on next, here I'm displaying my LWC component. Here I'm displaying my LWC component, and this test is coming from the LWC component. And if I click on next, I'm displaying a thank you message, which is again coming from the screen flow. Now what I'm gonna do here is in my screen 2 element, I'm gonna in my screen 2 element, I'm gonna uncheck this show footer checkbox. That means the footer is hidden. Now if I click on done and just save it again, save as, and click on save and just activate it and click on debug. Now if you see here, click on run. This is my first screen, and if I click on next, I don't see any footer here. And footer includes next and previous button, but I don't see a footer here. So this is my lightning web component. I don't see a footer element, so I can't able to go to next screen or I can't able to go to previous screen. Now we're gonna control the navigation from our lightning web component. So I'm gonna create some custom buttons in my lightning web component called as next and previous. So based on the click, I'm gonna navigate the flow screen. So for that, I'll just go back to my lightning web component. I'll just introduce something called as lightning layout. Inside this lightning layout, I'm gonna add a lightning layout item. You're gonna give some padding if you want. I'm gonna give it as around small, and I'm gonna give a size as maybe 6. That's it. So inside this lightning layout item, I'm gonna add my button of variant. I'm gonna give it as brand. Label, I'm gonna give it as next. Name is also next. And I'm gonna say on click, call this function called as on next. That's it. Yeah. So this is my first lightning layout item. Similarly, I'm gonna add another layout item, which is for the previous button, or I can say back. Name will be back. On click, I'm gonna call this function called as on back. Now I'm gonna add these two functions in my JS file. One is on next and on back. I'll just simply go to JS file. This is for on next, and another thing is on back. So I'm gonna fire this function whenever a button is clicked. Yeah. So this is looking good. I'll just deploy this flow support component to my Salesforce org. Once you deployed, I'll just go back to my flow and do a refresh. Click on debug here. Click on run. Click on next. So now you can see in this is my LWC component which has two buttons. One is next and back. So if I click on next button, I need to be navigated to next screen. That means this screen should be visible for me. If I click on previous button, this screen should be visited. I mean this screen should be visible. So for that, what we can do here is we can control the flow navigation using this event called as flow navigation next event and flow navigation back event. So for that, the first thing is what we have to do here is we have to import this flow support. Just copy this and go to your JS file and paste it here. So as of now, I don't require flow attribute change event. I just require flow navigation next event, and the other thing is flow navigation back event. Now just copy paste these two things here, and now I'm going to dispatch this flow navigation next event on next and dispatch the flow navigation back event on this on back. So for that, to navigate to the next screen, so I'm going to use this code to dispatch the event, which will be in next, which will be on the click of next button. And similarly on back button, I'm going to use this code to dispatch the previous event, flow navigation previous event, or I can say pro flow navigation back event. Sorry, it's not going to be previous event, it's going to be back event. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to simply deploy this component into my Salesforce org. Click on deploy source to org. The deployment was successful, and if I go to Salesforce org and in my flow builder, just do a refresh here. Now click on debug. Click on run. So this is my first screen, and if I click on next, this is my lightning web component, and I have like two buttons where next and back. And if I click on next, I am navigating to this third screen which is showing me a thank you message. And if I click on previous, I'm again into my LWC component screen, and if I click on back here, I'm going to navigate to my first screen which is showing a welcome message. If I click on next, second screen, and if I click on next, third screen. So in this way, we can control the flow navigation from our Lightning Web Component. Thanks for watching.